did not put that in.
Hello everybody, welcome back to the Family Young Vlogs. Hello everybody, and welcome back to the Family Young Vlogs. If this is your first time here, welcome.
Welcome.
We are doing the highly requested, just kidding, we actually said that we were going to be doing this, an assumptions video. So certain assumptions that you guys have about us and large families, we are going to tell you guys if they are true or false. Apparently we received some...
I got lots of private messages and lots of assumptions on my Instagram page. And you got a couple, right?
I got like 4.
Yeah.
Actually, no, it was actually more than that, but I can't see them because they're on my phone. But she has the hundreds that you got.
Yeah. So we got a lot that were like similar. And a lot of those, I have it all like written down on my phone. A lot of those were that we have a lot of money. So they were either like, you guys make a ton of money, you have lots of money, you are loaded. And yeah, that is not true at all. Yeah, I wish.
We wish.
No, that's not true at all. So I'm a stay-at-home mom, obviously, and Jake, he does have a good job, but no, we are not loaded, definitely not rich. We live comfortably, but again, we have 9 children, so we have very expensive bills. But yeah, no, we wish we were rich. We're not. Next one. You wish your kids, we got a couple of these too. You wish your kids' ages were more spaced out. I like that they're so close. I think it's cool. They're gonna be really close, especially when they're older. And it's actually cool because Jake and I were just talking about this. We're gonna have a kid every year in high school.
So when Connor's a senior, he'll be a senior, Elle will be a junior, Henry a sophomore, and the Quad's freshman. So
Yeah.
7 kids in high school at once. It's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, I think it's cool. Would it be easier if they were closer or if they were further apart? Yeah, sure, of course it would be easier. You know, having 8 kids, 5 and under is like insane. But Jake and I have always said that we are our kids' parents, and I think a lot of times in larger families, or you know, larger families get the reputation of like the older kids are kind of taking care of the younger kids, and in our case that wouldn't be possible. You know, they're all so we don't have older kids. They're all so close in age, so we are their parents and we take care of them. So the next question I got, which a lot of people said this, was that we get no sleep, and I get a decent amount of sleep. I think Jake doesn't get any sleep really because of his work schedule.
Not because of the kids.
Yeah, so his work schedule is all over the place. So yeah, he doesn't get too much sleep. But our kids are really good sleepers. I mean, our older kids we try to get them down for bed between 6:30 and 7, and they're always, for the most part, in bed by 7:30. And then they wake up around the same time, 7:30. And then the Quads, once in a while, they've been sleeping through the night, but otherwise they'll just wake up one time and they go to bed around 8:39. They might wake up around 2 or 3 and then they'll sleep until about the same, like 8:39. Yeah, I get
Not
sleep.
because of the kids.
And he does not really get sleep because of his work schedule. So he's tired all the time. Next question. My phone died.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
We have been having technical difficulties like crazy. So we've answered those 2 questions like 3 times. I'm probably not gonna put this in anyway.
So another question that we got a lot of was, are you guys having more kids? So everyone always asks us this, or everyone always assumes this. And so I shouldn't say it's a question, but one of the assumptions that we got was either you are done having kids, or we got a couple of you're not done having kids. So as of right now, Jake and I are not even thinking about more children, but honestly, I don't feel like completely done. I know it sounds crazy. If anything, just one more. And I know that we said that before the quads, but maybe just one more. And I feel like really weird about it because, and I've talked to like other quad moms who feel the same. I love being pregnant. With my pregnancy with Henry was literally a dream. Like I felt so good about myself. I just loved being pregnant. I loved everything about it except being sick, like early on. But then my pregnancy with the quads was like so hard. I was stressed the entire time. It just like wasn't a good pregnancy. So I feel almost like so grateful, but like cheated in a way. Like it sounds weird, but like, and I feel selfish kind of for saying it, but like cheated in a way of like, I only got 2 pregnancies and the one wasn't good, you know? That's obviously not a reason to have another baby.
It's not even a conversation right now.
Yeah.
Because we have enough to worry about.
Yeah.
But, you know, in like 2-3 years, we might have the conversation.
He's not gonna get like a vasectomy or anything like that. Like nothing, we're not taking measures like that. We haven't closed the door.
Don't think we're crazy.
Yeah. People have more kids than us though. So no, we haven't closed the door on more children, but as of right now, it's not even a discussion. Next question. I got a few questions about the kids' birth parents. Jake and I have always said that this isn't something that we really want to talk a lot about, and we definitely don't feel that comfortable talking about it. And the reason for that is that it's not our story to tell, which is like what we've always said. Their story about why they came into care, it's not our story, it's our kids' story. And one day, if they want to tell it, they are more than, you know, welcome to explain it to people or to tell it. But the fact is that they are still part of our kids, you know, and for us to talk badly about them, how do you think that that would make our kids feel? Like that they came from something bad, and that's not, we would never want to make them feel like that. What I have told people who say something bad about our kids' parents or who talk about our kids' parents in a negative way is that, especially with their birth mother, if she would have grown up in our shoes, grown up in different circumstances, who knows how her life would have turned out. And so I think that she loves her kids very much. It's unfortunate some of the stuff that she has had to go through. I think that's all I'm gonna say about that. We don't talk badly about their birth parents at all.
I think what we would be willing to answer is from our perspective.
Yeah.
Like if you're asking us about the foster care system and the adoption process through our eyes, if you want to ask a question, what our experience was like, we'd be willing to talk about that. But their story, they can share that when they see fit.
When we have been in like, some people wrote like articles about us, and most of the comments were really nice, but there were a couple that were like, are you going to return your adopted kids now, right? Like, are you going to return your adopted kids now? Just like the weirdest things, like who talks like that about children? It's just the weirdest. And so I got a couple that were, you love your biological children more than you love your adopted kids. So first of all, that is such a weird question, or such a weird assumption. Some people just don't understand, right? Like they don't, unless you have adopted, you don't understand the fact that you can love children that aren't biologically yours just as much.
They made us parents.
Like unless you've adopted, you don't understand what it's like. So that would be false. We love all of our children equally, but we love them all differently. And I think that that goes for people who have all biological children or all adopted children. You don't love each of your children exactly the same. We love different things about each child. We have different connections and different bonds with each of our children. And
I think that's normal.
Yeah, we love them all equally.
So one of the questions that I got in the comments was, you're hoping to be a full-time family vlogger in the future. I mean, if that's what's in the cards for us, I think we're open to it.
I mean, that's obviously the dream, right? To stay at home with your family. But no, Jake is not quitting his job anytime soon. Absolutely not.
Because we can't afford it.
Yeah, so that's not even in our vision right now. And to go along with that sort of thing, I had a couple people say, you want to be famous. And so that is so far from the truth. Like, I am so insecure. I say to Jake all the time, like, don't put me in the vlogs. Like, it's not, no, definitely not. That is not what I want at all. You have no idea how many messages we have gotten from production companies wanting to put our lives on TV. And we actually have just started talking to someone about doing a TV show. But it has literally taken us this long to even discuss it because it's not something that we really feel comfortable doing. But Jake and I have always said that if it can inspire just one person to foster or adopt, then it would be absolutely worth it. There are so many kids who need homes.
And that's the reason number one why we're doing any of this. Having a large family with quadruplets is interesting, but I think more so what we want is to bring awareness to the foster care system. Like we've always said, foster care system and the adoption process, and hope to inspire people who are deemed fit.
And also just to show, like, I feel like sometimes children in care have like this bad reputation, and that's absolutely not true.
Foster families also get
you can make a wonderful home and a wonderful family with, you know, children who need a home. The number one purpose of foster care is obviously to reunite families, and Jake and I believe that families belong together if at all possible. You know, even with our kids, they still have a connection with a lot of their biological family because it is so important for children, especially growing up adopted, to know that they have can have those connections with biological family, especially when it's safe. We have like an added layer in our family of having to be cautious about how much we're sharing. Again, because our kids were adopted and we don't want to expose them in any way that they would feel uncomfortable or any way that they wouldn't like in the future growing up watching, you know, our YouTube channel, or if we do a TV show or whatever. You know, and we've asked our kids, do you want to be on YouTube? Do you want to be on a TV show? And Aiden and Pete are both like, yeah. So it's actually us, you know, me, I think mostly, who's like, no, oh my gosh, I do not want to do that. But we do want to inspire people and let them know that there are so many kids out there and there are so many beautiful families that could be made.
Like, a lot of people say that they have thought about doing it, or it's been in the back of their mind, but it's this daunting thing. But it's really, it is a process.
Yeah.
But it's possible. If you have the capability to make a home for a child in need, then I think you should absolutely go for it.
Yeah, but also don't get me wrong, like, foster care is hard, and it does take certain people who have it like on their heart, I would say, who are invested in it and invested in doing it, because there are some wonderful people out there who are great parents who might not make great foster parents, right? So you have to definitely be invested in it and definitely feel like it's almost like your purpose, like something that you can do. There are definitely kids who need loving homes, even if it's just temporarily. I think that that's why we would consider doing a TV show, because hopefully it can get the word out there about foster care and adoption. This was probably the biggest question, is you have help. There's no way you do it alone.
Oh yeah, you have a nanny.
Someone said you have a full-time nanny.
I wish.
No. So no, we don't have help. Jake's mom will sometimes help with Elle and Henry. She'll have one of them, I think, like normally 2 times a week for just like 3 hours in the morning. And that definitely helps me because they are the ones who need the most attention right now. So that helps me, and they love it. They love going there and getting their energy out. And then my mom and my sister have come up a handful of times to help us if like I have an appointment to take one of the babies to. So no, we don't really have help. We had a ton of help when I was pregnant. People like rallied around us and really helped us then. It really is possible. It really is like manageable. People are like, how do you do it? We just do. Like, it's just, we have to do it, and we just do it.
It kind of has been like our motto, because like everybody always asks that question.
Yeah, like they think it's like physically impossible. It's not physically impossible.
I think actually we have a vlog called How Do You Do It?
Do we? Yeah. It's possible.
You just do.
And even now, you know, COVID is getting worse again. And, you know, we've even said that I don't think we're going to be seeing even much of our families right now, because it's just not worth it to risk the baby's health. So I think that, you know, we're going to be doing things even more alone. We initially thought that we were going to have our kiddos in school when we brought home the quads, which because of COVID didn't happen. So there was a moment there that like I was freaking out, like how are we going to do this? Genuinely, I think it's been easier than I thought it was going to be. And I think that we have to attribute that to the babies because they really are good babies. I mean,
thankfully.
Yeah, and our kids are
I could not
great.
imagine if they were the type that just cried a lot.
Like colicky babies.
Yeah, that would, I can't even fathom that, to be honest.
Yeah, and I think that's probably like the hardest part about the quads is like you feel like you're not spending enough time with each one. I want to cuddle them and hold them, and like you can't. You have to hold them, soothe them, and then like move on to the next one. So I think that that's probably like the hardest part about doing it by ourselves.
But actually, she'll hold 2 or 3 at a time.
Yeah, but it's not like the same like quality one-on-one, you know. I don't know. I know that we said ask us anything, but
So I guess, you know, we asked for it.
yeah, we asked for it. But it's great.
But, you know, okay.
I assume you adopted the kids when you thought you couldn't have your own kids. Okay, so first of all, you shouldn't say our own kids. They're all our own kids. You should say biological kids. They're all our own children. And then also, false. We adopted the kids after we had Henry.
After he was born.
After he was born, after we knew we could have biological kids. When we started foster care, we thought we could have biological children. We never thought we couldn't have biological children. So no, we were always going to do foster care if we had biological children or not, and we wanted to adopt if we had biological children.
Henry was over a year
or
old.
not. Okay, so we got a couple questions about religion and people asking if we're Mormon or people saying that we're Catholic, and then some people said like we're really religious. So no, we are not really religious. We believe in God, but that's not why we have lots of kids. Another assumption that I got was your quad pregnancy was without IVF. Yes, that's true. We did not do IVF or IUI for the quads, but we did do IVF before we had Henry, and it failed. I had 2 miscarriages, and then we tried an IUI before we were going to do another IVF, and that's when we got pregnant with Henry through IUI.
We think.
Through IUI.
Another assumption is you, the mom, came up with all of the names for the quads. I think they're saying that I'm not creative or something.
No, they're just such good names. That,
They just assume that you came up with all of them?
Yeah. Cecilia was a name that I had always liked, and then Jake liked it as well, and that was always our girl's name.
Yeah.
Like when we thought about a girl, that was always our girl's name. So Jake thought of Silas, and I liked Ledger, and then we just put Silas Ledger.
Theo is you.
And then Theo, yeah, I liked Theo, not Theodore. I mean, Theodore's a cute name, but I liked just Theo. And then Alexander, I've always liked that name. It's like one of the like classic names. Henry and Alexander were like names that I always really liked. So yes, I thought of Alexander. Mm-hmm. So Cecilia Hudson. And
you also thought of Hudson?
Hudson, I thought
so
of.
I guess they're not far off.
Yeah, Hudson, I thought of. We always like that, even for like a first name, but it just went really well with Cecilia. And then Beck, I think I thought of Beck, but it was between Beck and Ford for our baby C. And then you decided you liked Beck better. So we went with Beck.
And I think I was right.
And then
I apologize to all the people named Ford.
And then Killian is his middle name, and Jake actually wanted that as a first name, but I thought it was better as a middle name. So I guess kind of true. I thought of most of the names, but it was definitely names that we both liked. It wasn't like I liked them and he didn't.
But also to take it back in time, I think Henry Ellis, that was like my name that I picked.
No, I picked Henry Ellis.
You're right. She thought of them all.
Okay, you get free baby and kid items in exchange for featuring them on social media. I guess, yeah, people like gift us things, but I don't do like paid promotions. Not yet.
Yeah, not yet. I mean, I think that's progression of things.
Yeah, I've had people that reach out to me.
But only stuff that like we would buy ourselves.
Yeah, I've had people reach out to me and offer to do a paid promotion, but it's been stuff that like I don't think that we would use in our own family. But yeah, people have sent us free baby items, which is so nice and so cool.
There's an assumption that we are an adorable family. Is it me? Or is it? Yeah, it's you. It's you. Thank you. I personally think this is a good one. Things aren't as put together as they seem. There's definitely a hint of truth to that.
Yeah.
Because if I'm in a bad mood, I don't feel like vlogging. If we're arguing, we argue. Couples argue. We're not gonna vlog that. We're gonna vlog us arguing.
I think we are pretty strict parents, and like that
may not come across.
Yeah, we're strict, and I think that's how our kids are so well behaved, and that's how things function in our household, is because we are strict parents. We're fun.
We have to be.
Yeah, we're fun parents, but we're strict parents.
I say we do one more. One more.
So one of the assumptions was you don't have a TV in your room. You need to get one.
Don't have a TV.
We do have a TV in our room.
Oh.